Fastball.
Fastball. Go a little bit deeper than that. Best pitch strike. Absolutely. The first pitch strike. I mean, really, and that's exactly right. Everybody's best pitch is their fastball. You know, everyone wants to talk about the other things. Everybody, you know, I tell you what, I mean, we grew up playing the game. All we did was play catch and throw, and that's all there was to do. And nowadays, there's so many other things that kids have to do. So we have to teach them. And number one is how to throw the ball correctly. But also, the other important part of it is to build your arm strength and how to build that. Because guys throw hard. I mean, we get guys that are 6'8". You know, what's the kid? 6'11", 6'10", whatever. He's a big old guy, and he throws about 88 or 89, 90 sometimes. And then you know we have smaller guys that you know Axel's a little bit smaller, a lot smaller than him, skinnier, and he's throwing 95, 96. So it doesn't matter a size. What it does matter is arm speed, hand speed, and you know how you really throw the baseball with mechanics. So what I'm saying is what we have to understand is throwing a baseball and playing long catch is probably one of the most important things for young kids. It really is. And being able, it's boring, but what do they need to throw about? Back out to about 120 feet, 150 feet. I mean, what we do is we structure our guys to play catch at a shorter distance and we start moving them back. So where when they throw the baseball, they lengthen their arm out to build arm strength. That's what they do. And then they come back in after they play long catch. If you go back to 120 feet, if you look at the bases, in between the bases, it's 90 feet.
It's about two
okay,
bases.
so that'll give you an idea. You know, that's just a normal game of catch for us. And when they start moving back, you usually say twice the length of the bases. That's a pretty good game of a long toss. Catch a long toss.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Now, when you're at 120 feet, do you prefer to throw as a line drive, or like a high, like what like a fly ball type of ball, or just throw 100%?
Right. Yeah, what you don't want to do is you change your mechanics to do it and throw it straight up in the air.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
You don't want to do that. You want to try to get it on the line as much as possible, maybe a little bit of air underneath it, but not to the point to where you've got to really try to struggle to throw the baseball.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You got anything on that?
No, I mean, that's a good question. You know,
great question.
What you're looking at is because everybody's different.
Yeah.
You know, so you have kids that are a little stronger. You know, that's the one thing you can measure a little bit. You know, kids, different arm strengths and what have you. So what you're really looking for is just how much carry he can get on the ball.
Okay.
And again, like Randy says, I mean, you don't want to have to throw the ball in the air. And of course, a lot of kids from long distances will not be able to throw the ball on the line from that distance. But the key thing for me, and I've talked to Randy about this as well, is you just don't want to have kids trying to, especially at a young age, trying to help the ball. And then that's when you start getting into bad mechanics, bad deliveries. I mean, if you can start thinking about having everything that they do delivery-wise adjust to what their arm is doing. We try to do it the other way around. We start thinking about, okay, trying to get the perfect delivery, and what Randy says is true. The key thing is before we even start thinking about pitching, you've got to learn how to throw the ball properly, and that's how you do it. And a lot of times when I'm doing clinics at home, we never get into it because I think your delivery will find you. I mean, everybody's delivery is kind of a fingerprint on it. But if you're going out and you're just getting the kid, you'll see a lot of kids start throwing, and now they're doing everything they can to get the ball to a distance, or they're trying to throw the ball a little bit more accurately. So you start seeing all kinds of body adjustments and things of that nature, and they never really understand what their arm is doing. So when you go out and you play some catch and you start getting into some long tossing, and it's just really just like anything else. I mean, it's just a pro hop. It's just exercising your arm. And then as their arm strengthens, then they'll start getting more carry on the ball. But the minute they start trying to, really put more on it, then that might be a time to say, hey, listen, we don't want you to throw that far. And you start coming. So it's kind of a, you know, you gotta watch them, and like I said, everybody is different, so you just gotta get a real good idea of what kids are capable of doing. But the key is allowing their arm to come clean and with as much freedom as you can.
Okay.
You know, and just I know they're getting ready to go now, but just wanted to give you an idea of what we're talking about as far as the throwing part of it. When we go throw the baseball, you want the top of your hand. I mean, your hand and palm is always up when you throw. So now when I go to throw a baseball, my palm is always up. You want to think of your thumb. When you throw the ball, it's close to your thigh. It's thumb to thigh. And when I come up, and I go to throw the baseball, the back of the ball is the second base. When I go to throw the baseball, right here. Okay? But the elbow, the key is the elbow needs to be above the shoulder when you throw. Pretty much above the shoulder. When we start getting down here, we've got some problems. But it needs to be up. And you can start the guys in this position to throw a baseball right here. Throw. All they have to do is just lean back or rock back or get on that back leg and then throw and follow through. I mean, that's pretty simple to do that. So, I mean, it's all right.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.